Today we're going to be continuing my run of Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. Finished up the second portrait last time, so now moving on to the third. Although I did explore a good amount of that middle chunk of the castle already. And I would say off to the races immediately, right? I need to figure out how to do this. I think I've definitely come across enemies that can curse. The issue is curse, I think, wears off after a while, so it needs to be somewhere close by. What's up, Space Cowboy? And then this has got to be in the desert area we came from. Castlevania Hours Best Hours. What's up, D-Moss? And I would agree, for sure. I've been looking forward to this afternoon. So what I wanted to figure out, I don't want to do all of these. It's the succubus enemy. Where would that be located? Gotta wait for it to blow a kiss. Okay, that's right. Yeah. I've been all right. This week's been okay. But, or is it Lilith? Oops. Oh, it doesn't tell you where it's located, does it? I'm trying to think. Maybe I'll just Google it, though. But yeah, this week's been okay. I can't complain too much. Got some good progress done on the Hollow Knight video. So, looking forward to wrapping that up this weekend. I guess I can do these side quests later as well. Or if I come across the enemy that I'm looking for, we can just do that then. It's in the area by the big stairs. Ah, okay. Alright, Charlotte, stop. Did I pick up 16? I think it drops, it doesn't drop till next week. But that is the plan. Yeah, I think it drops on... Okay, there we go. So now I gotta, like, kind of hurry back. I think there's some kind of time limit. I just fucked it up. Shit. Yeah, okay. Damn it. Let's try that again. Maybe I wonder if there's a closer one, though. Yeah, FF16 is my next... That is my next, Alright, Charlotte, stop it. That's my next, day one purchase. I guess, could you call it day one if it's a port of a game from PlayStation? I would still say so, because it's day one PC release, but... Even so. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Mostly because I was impressed by the demo. And, speaking of which... A game that I started yesterday, maybe 2 days ago, after the stream or something, was the Star Ocean 2 remake. That's a game where I wish I had played the demo first, because I am not... It's fine, but I'm not, like, 100% sold on it. And I feel like if I had played the demo, I probably would have been like, eh, I'll wait for a steeper sale or, like, whatever. I mean, I got it 30% off, so that's something. It's too late to refund it, but it's fine. I'll stick with it for a little bit longer, but I'm not like super wild about it thus far. But it's fine. There's not really anything like wrong with it per se. Like it's one of those conversations where it's like, as a remake, I could see it being impressive. I have no experience with the original. I don't think I have really much, if any, experience with Star Ocean at all. But it seems like as a remake, the Star Ocean, was it Star Ocean: The Second Story R? It seems like the remake aspects are great, but the game itself, like that it is remaking, like I'm not sure that it is necessarily my cup of tea. But it's still a little too early to tell, I think. So what do I want to do here? I think there's definitely a portrait around here, but I want to fill out this lower area of the map if I can. I had a feeling this wall was breakable. And so that ghost quest, that's a matter of going back to the desert area, right? And I think there's a room like, oh, whoops, I forgot the controls for a second. Jumping knee strike. Jumping knee strike. I'm curious how this works. Oh, I see. But I've also got my eye on the Plucky Squire, which comes out the same day as the FF16 PC port. And I'm curious about it. I think it looks very unique and cool. And you know, if the FF16 port ends up being bad for some reason, I didn't have anything notable. There wasn't anything like super notable wrong with the demo per se, but who knows if like maybe the full game ends up being botched, then I'll just play Plucky Squire, which is fine, but that's like a backup plan. And I'd like to play Plucky Squire anyway. I don't think they're, at least on Steam, I don't see like a price point, so I just don't know. But I can't imagine it'd be more than like 30 or 40 bucks. What am I looking for? Nebula. 29? That seems so tame compared to the long spear, though. There is like a Whip of Thorns or something that I remember using for a while in the mid-game. So whenever I get my hands on that, that'll probably be the weapon that I stick with. But yeah. Alright, and this is more or less where I picked up... Oh, she resists. This is around the area that I... Yeah, this like leads back to the area that I was exploring previously. Is this gonna be a mimic? Yeah, I fucking knew it. Iron plate. But y'all been playing anything interesting lately? It's always good to hear about other games to potentially check out. I know, Space Cowboy, you're probably still chipping away at Visions of Mana, I'm sure. Although you're probably, I would imagine you're probably close-ish to the end at this point, but maybe not, I don't know. But, you know, I did also boot up, I booted up Fire Emblem Three Houses, just like watch the opening cinematic. I actually forgot that I had jumped in earlier this year to play the Cindered Shadows DLC, just to get it out of the way, because I don't think it's that good. But that way I can recruit those characters in the main game, which is like the reason to get that DLC, is for those extra characters, which I think are pretty solid for multiple reasons. But anyhow, I feel like if slash when I fall off of Star Ocean, I'll probably jump into Three Houses, or jump back into Three Houses for the whatever 10th time or some bullshit. It's crazy. I can't believe the amount of time I put into that game within that like year or year and a half or whatever. It was probably like that first year I put in the bulk of time, and it was like literally hundreds of hours. Crazy. But that was also during an era where not many new releases were really grabbing me, and that's still kind of the case. Like, I don't buy that many games on launch. Like, this year so far, I think it's only been Persona 3 Reload and SMT5 Vengeance. And like, FF16 will be one, Metaphor will be one. And there's other games I want to play that are coming out, but I don't know that I'm going to pick most of them up day one, that's the thing. Like, God of War Ragnarok comes to PC soon as well, but it's like, I haven't played 2018, so I'll grab that on sale first, and play that, and probably wait for Ragnarok to go on sale while I'm playing the 2018 reboot or whatever. I mean, this is where we're supposed to go, so I guess we might as well just do this now. Maybe over halfway. Probably one more week. Doing cleanup. Okay, I see. I gotcha, I gotcha. This area can be a doozy. I'm a little scared. Saw my P3 vid as a non-Persona fan. What'd you think? Some people say OG better. What do you say? Yeah, like, there's some criticisms for Reload that I do understand, and I do actually agree with in some cases, but the lack of direct control is like a major thing. There is a mod for that, if you're willing to emulate it, which is how I played the PS2 version originally, but it's like, Reload has that baked in, Reload has a bunch of other nice features as well. I don't know, I still feel very comfortable in my take that, like, I prefer Reload overall. But that's not to say that the original doesn't do... that there's, like, no merit to playing the original or anything. I would not go that far at all. Because, like, the reason why I like, fell in love with Persona 3 in the first place was because of the PS2 version, so it's like... that should be obvious to some degree, but it was mostly for story and character reasons, which... I believe are still intact and in some cases improved in Reload. That's like the most important thing to me with Persona specifically. Because like gameplay has always been on the easier side, it's always been a little bit more on the simple side compared to mainline SMT, but... so it's like, but I don't really... it's not something that really bothers me, per se. Okay, so we got a warp point. 100%ing this area is tricky because it's literally mirrored, as far as I recall. And so, like, going through some of these areas backwards can be a little confusing. What's up, John? But yeah, I think the big thing for me was, like, in the pre-release, like, the build-up to Persona 3 Reload, I kind of felt like I knew what we were getting, and then we got what I was literally expecting, but, like, in a good way. So, I don't know if, like, it could potentially be people having, like, unrealistic expectations, or, like, whatever, but... it's like, what... it's one of those things, like, when Metroid Dread was first shown, where I was like, this looks fucking awesome, and then it was fucking awesome. And it's rare that I feel that way about a game on its initial reveal. Because, what the fuck? I just put these batteries in, though. Thought. Maybe I didn't replace the batteries beforehand. I thought I did. It's weird. Just a sign that I need a new controller, like, actually.
I see you. I see you.
Okay. What was I saying, though? Yeah, it's rare for a game to... Oh, I know what I was saying. It's rare for me to be excited about a game at first reveal, because most of the time the first reveal is just cinematics or something, or like a title splash screen, so it's like, okay, it's cool that this is happening, I guess, but it doesn't really show much. You know, like Prime 4. It's like Prime 4 title logo that was shown in, what, 2017 or whatever it was? What? It's somewhere around there, that's crazy. It's like, that's great, but like, then when they showed off Prime 4 recently and they did like an actual trailer, I was like, oh shit. Hype. Like, actually. Indigestion this morning. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope the rest of your day went better and that you end up feeling better after whatever was going on with your health and stuff like that. I haven't had that level of excitement for something since KH3. How do you feel that lived up to the hype? Or, well, I don't like the word hype, but like, you know what I mean when I say that, so. Because I know like KH3 is like, I feel like people are mostly positive on it, but then there's like some, I feel like there was some disappointment surrounding that game, but I didn't really pay too much attention to it. Like the discourse surrounding it. I'm missing that upper left corner in this bottom room, so I'm kind of like... This is what I mean about this area being a pain in the ass. Yeah, because it's like... Oh, I just got it somehow, okay. Heard so many opinions from both extremes. Feel a lot better the rest of the day. Nice, that's awesome. Getting to play some Mario Kart with the fam. That's sick. I wish I got to do something like that more often. But alas. I'm very curious to see what Nintendo does with Mario Kart 9. Because, like, there's no way you don't make a sequel, but at the same time, like, where do you go from here? And I guess Smash is in a similar spot. But I don't feel like people are, like, clamoring for a new Smash game like they are with Mario Kart. Because at least Smash Ultimate is technically a different game from Smash 4. Even though they're very similar. At least from, like, a casual perspective, which I am with those games. Like, the only Smash game that I am, like... I would consider myself to be just a step above casual would be Melee, but I'm not, like... In the grand scheme of things, I'm probably not very good. But, you know. Very similar opinion to Ritual of the Night. I thought Ritual of the Night was fun, but honestly kind of forgettable at this point, because I played it closer to when it came out. And, yeah, I just don't really remember very much of it. Ever see them making a new F-Zero? So I've talked about, I know hardcore F-Zero fans might not be a fan of this idea, but I did have the idea of, what if you basically made a, like a Yakuza-esque game with Captain Falcon? And it doesn't necessarily need to be focused around the beat-em-up aspect. Like, the races can still be a big focal point, but in my opinion, something like that would be a way that you bring a series like that back, because I just don't feel like in most cases pure racers are going to be, like, I don't think that genre I mean, I can't speak for like the simulators, right? Like Forza and shit like that, but or like the more simulation-esque ones. But as far as like just like racing games in general, I just feel like you'd be hard pressed, I think, to find a substantial audience for a game like that at, you know, full retail price. So unless they did like a lower budget title or a remaster of GX or something, then I feel like you go kind of like hard reboot, sort of mix genres, change genres. That could also give Nintendo more of like a straight up action game that they don't really have anything like that, if I'm thinking correctly. Like, they don't have like a DMC like, and not that Yakuza is like DMC per se, but like something sort of in that like more action game, not like action adventure like Zelda or action platformer like Mario. I mean, like straight up like action combat kind of thing. And then you can kind of flesh out Captain Falcon as like not just a character like from a characterization standpoint, but I mean even from like a gameplay mechanical standpoint. But I'm also like I'm not like a massive F-Zero fan either. Like, they're fun, but it's not something that I have a lot of experience with. Aside from some GX that I first started dabbling with like last year or something. And of course I played the SNES one a fair bit as well. Yeah, that's kind of like my 2 cents on a new F-Zero would be to sort of shake things up in a way that hardcore fans probably wouldn't be totally on board with. But to me it makes sense. And I could see Nintendo making sense out of that, except for the fact that maybe it's a little bit too carbon copy from, I'm very bad. Maybe it's a little bit too carbon copy for them. Like, too similar to existing, I'm gonna die here. Too similar to, like, existing IP for them to want to jump on board with that. Can I make it to the save point without using a potion? Okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah, I'd have to replay Ritual of the Night, though. I don't feel comfortable speaking on it because I played it, like, before even starting YouTube. I don't even know what my experience with Castlevania was at the time. I definitely had played Aria of Sorrow. It came out in 2018, right? So I must have already played Symphony of the Night as well. At least I think so. But to play it again to be, yeah, right. It's just been a while. Like, I think I played it on Switch. So I don't think I own it on PC, which is where I would opt to play it on a replay. I had fun with it though. I do remember having fun with it. I don't want anyone to get it twisted. I did enjoy it. I just don't remember very much about it. Oh wait, what the? There's something with this, but I forget what it is. We come back later for like a quest or something? That's probably what it is. Oh shit.
I see you.
Oh, I see. Okay. Lit. Grab this. Then go around the other way. Getting health and food. That's right. I do remember that system actually. And You know what? I actually became kind of obsessed with that because that's right, each time you eat a type of food for the first time in Ritual of the Night, it gives you like a permanent buff, and I was like, oh. Like, I actually feel like that gave additional incentive to participate in that, as opposed to if it was just consumables. Thought that was neat. Oh, also there's some items in City of Haze that I could have gotten with the head jump that I didn't realize I could get. I like combed through the footage of last stream a little bit, and I was like, oh shit. Wish I had noticed that. We'll have to go back there later anyway to clean up the map, so hopefully I remember. Okay, this looks pretty filled in so far, and then this is gonna put me in the middle, and then I guess I can go to the other side, and then wrap back around, maybe? Something to that effect. Be overwhelmed by crafting systems in a lot of games. Yeah, like... Yeah, I could see that, though. Because plus some of it was, like, going for really rare drops. I remember some drops being pretty obnoxious, actually. And that's something I'm kind of dealing with the Star Ocean right now. Is there's, like, kind of a very detailed crafting system, and I'm not sure I totally... It's, like, a lot to wrap your head around, because they kind of just dump it on you. And so I'm like, I'm not really sure. It's one of those systems where it's like, I'm not really sure what I should be investing in a sense. Or like, if it even ends up mattering in the long run or not. Another childhood game for you. Yeah, I started the Second Story remake. And I'm only a few hours in, so I don't want to like speak on it too definitively, but I'm not like completely sold on it yet. And part of it is like just kind of the somewhat overwhelming crafting system that I'm not entirely sure what to do with. Like I know what to do with it, but it's like only so much. I think there's something to be said for having a system, like systems like that are I just a lot of JRPGs are pretty simple systems wise, and I sometimes prefer it that way, but it's more so a matter of like conveyance. Or like I feel like it's reminding me so far of how I felt about like some Tales games that I've tried, which is another series that I'm just like not like, they're fine. I really liked Berseria, but I haven't like clicked with the Tales games, like a Tales game aside from Berseria, really. And what's it? Part of my problem with Tales games in general, and Berseria even as well, is like the conveyance of its systems. It just kind of like throws you in, and I get the appeal of that to a degree. But usually when a game throws you in, it's not so much systems heavy as it is like mechanics heavy, if that makes sense. Like Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry is something that hasn't like fully clicked with me either, but I like see the appeal and I understand the depth, and even though I'm not like that great at that type of game per se, or like DMC specifically, I was okay on my playthrough on like normal mode or some shit. I got through it, you know, but there's like so much more to it. But that's a game where it's like, it's not as much systems as it is like mechanics and like moves that you can do and kind of learning them like a fighting game. But like systems wise, it's, you know, mix up your attacks to get a higher, you know, rating or whatever. And then ultimately it's like, you know, kill the enemy, right? Like, I'm sure there's some things that I'm forgetting or something, but in RPGs, it's like more so systems based because the actual like physical mechanics of what you're doing tend to be simpler. Especially in turn-based games where it's pretty much all mechanics or all systems. And I'm probably conflating design terms that maybe this is not how they actually use it in game dev, but it's like all systems, and like there are like battle mechanics and stuff like that, sure. Like, you know, baton pass in Persona 5 or something. But mix up your attacks to get a higher rating, right? Yeah, me and Dante must die. That's cool and all. Just Rebellion combo 1. Yeah, see, I'm not even like in so deep that I can even like speak on some of that stuff. I just did like a single playthrough, and I could see myself going back to DMC5 because like I know that there's more there. My main thing with that game was that I just didn't give a shit about the story or characters or anything, which is like, it's not the biggest deal because that's not really the point or the focus. But it does help. It does help to like feel like I have a like the game's fun, so I guess like that's all that really matters, right? Can survive on Dante Must Die, but cannot style on it. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Oh, what was I saying though? Yeah, but with like Tales games, they kind of throw you in the deep end and just like dump. I remember this with Berseria in particular, and eventually it clicked and I kind of understood what they were getting at, but it could have been a lot smoother getting to that point, because they'll just dump like walls of text on you and be like, hey, this is how the system works, retain this now, retain this immediately. And I'm like I'm very kinesthetic in the way that I tend to learn things. Like, you can explain it, and I can like do that, but I need to like do it, and then I figure out ways to, you know, get more efficient or, you know, improve or whatever. And so it's like, I guess Monster Hunter does the same thing, but I've been playing Monster Hunter games for so long that I feel like most of those tutorial boxes are just not for players like me. Like in Monster Hunter World, for instance, it does the same shit, but it's like, I know this because I played Monster Hunter for hundreds and hundreds of hours. Someone who doesn't have a big Tyler franchise and not caring much. Yeah, but I respect Devil May Cry though. That's the thing. Like, I really respect that series, even if it hasn't fully clicked with me, because like I know, like, it's very apparent that there's much more to it. And I think that the rating system is like really something that I like a lot there. Because if there was no style system or like whatever, had been on that Dante for too long. Yeah, because like obviously they shifted focus in some of the later games a bit. But to like Nero or whatever. What was I saying though? Yeah, it's just very apparent that there's like a level of depth there that you're not going to touch on your first run of a DMC game. What do I want to do here? I think I want to go back and save, because I'm at like half health. I mean, I have potions, but the potions in this game are like kind of expensive, at least for early game. But yeah, like I have said this in the past too. Pretty decent at Royal Guard. I'm trying to remember which mode, what's it called? Which style I was most proficient with. I feel like Dante was easily the most compelling character to play as in DMC5, but like that's coming from a noob's perspective, where I don't really know what I'm talking about. But like all the different styles, the different types of weapons, like there's a lot of variety there and versatility and being able to swap on the fly and stuff. Like there's clearly a lot there. Yeah, there is a rhythmic aspect to it. I think Trickster was one of the ones I leaned towards because of the mobility, from what I recall. Alright, before I go in the middle, well, let me see what that was first. Oh, Volcano's insane. That's right. Volcano's gonna be insane in this next fight, in fact. Against Legion. Yeah, basically, right, yeah. I liked what I played of FF16's combat, actually. How do I get that? Oh, I need, like, I need the thing that you get the spell with, or whatever, right? It's like some kind of shrinking or transformation ability. Yeah, I liked the FF16 combat. And I know it was, the combat was, like, designed by the maker, or the combat, or, like, you know, lead director or whatever of at least the more recent Devil May Cry games. Toad or an owl, that's right, okay. I probably will not remember to come back for that, but... Oh shit. But yeah, I liked what I played of FF16, the demo. The thing is, like, kind of similar to the style switching in DMC, like, I know, because they give you a taste of the later, or, like, mid-game combat, you can, like, switch your, they call it their icons. You can switch your icons on the fly, which is, like, kind of your elemental affinity, but it changes how certain moves work and stuff, and it doesn't seem like it's as deep as Devil May Cry, in my opinion, but it's pretty fun. I thought it was pretty fun. Even for how simple it is in the early game, compared to, like, what I got a glimpse of from the mid-game. Right, yeah, exactly. Exactly, there was a lot of crossover in devs between DMC5 and FF16, which is cool. Oh shit, I was not paying attention, I did not see that gap there. Oh fuck, okay. Okay, so this takes me this way. Yeah, this one's mirrored. I think the other one is like, it's like flipped or something like that. Or like one side is upside down compared to the other. Whereas this is straight up a mirror. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's a save room before the boss for sure. So I just gotta get there without taking too much damage so I don't die. Yeah, I can see the similarities there now that I think about it. I didn't really, like, I knew that already, but I didn't make the connection fully with, like, the, you know, Royal Guard Trickster kinds of switching compared to, like, the icon switching in 16. But I was also pretty compelled by what was going on in the story in FF16, so, like, that's like an extra bonus. That's like what I'm looking for, is like, oh, I'm compelled by the story and the gameplay. How about that? That's a 2-for-1. Fuck. I know there's a save room around here, but I don't remember where. Oops. MP max up. I'm just very scared of these blade things, these blade obstacles. That's the boss down there. Okay. Maybe I need a warp. I'm kind of scared to drop down because I don't want to fight the boss in this state, so I think I need a warp back and then go save like I did before. Fuck. There's a save room close to the boss. Okay, I guess I should... I feel like at this point I'm in too deep and I should just warp back and save, but I should have figured there's something like that, but I want to be careful, you know? It's the wrong way. Also, this is a pretty safe path from what I recall. And I'm glad that my experience with this game previously is paying off somewhat. Like, I didn't die at all here, which is cool. Although maybe I was thinking of a later one. Like the other variant of this area. That might be what I was thinking of. Makes it all the more bittersweet now that Itsuno. Yeah, I heard about that recently. That'll be cool to see what he can cook up, though. And plus, like... Isn't, I'm gonna fuck up the name. But the... Let me just Google it real quick so I don't... Kamiya, that's right. Kamiya also left wherever he was, right? So like they're both independent now. Or Kamiya, was he... I'm getting everything confused, partially because I'm streaming and I'm a little distracted, but... Kamiya was DMC and then... Or Resident Evil and then Devil May Cry, right? And then he went on to Tango. Did like Evil Within and stuff. I think that's all the same person. I'm having like a really bad brain fart right now. Critical area. Use your weapon critical move. Okay. We'll double tap. And then, so is this a warp room then? No. It's pretty close to the other one, but... We take those. Alright, let's do this shit. Oh, that's right. This lets us go to the clock tower. Now see, I'm trying to remember if it warps you out of here. I don't think it does, but I want to get these corners real quick. Yeah, Volcano's pretty nasty here. Shit. I mean, I guess I could just use a tonic. It seems a little cheap, but we have them, so. Just wait for it to charge back. I'm gonna use a potion, too. Charge back to where I can use Volcano again. There we go. Alright, it's not as busted as I thought it was going to be, but you know what. And he did Bandit and Okami. Okay, yeah, I thought it was all the same person. I was just like, that is an insane pedigree, and I just was not 100% sure. Also, I don't think I want to reveal the core fully, do I? I don't think so. Because then he has, like, more means to attack with the laser beam? Maybe? Shit. I can at least break this. Shit. Oh, that doesn't do much. Or as much. I thought it would do more. God damn it. Also, wait, I can probably 1,000 needles in from here, yeah? Or 1,000 blades? That's pretty sick. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die here. Nice. Fair and balanced, you mean 1,000 blades. Yeah, literally. This shit is so nasty. Our Volcano wasn't... The Volcano's really good against some bosses, though, from what I recall. I think that was kind of one of them, but not as much as I expected. Is this 100% in? 99.4. I must be missing a hidden room. Okay, yeah, it does look like there is one that's not symmetrical. Maybe that's it. There's probably a breakable wall to, like, mirror. I'll save real quick, though, just in case. When you attack an enemy and he flashes red, it means the weapon is very effective on him. And when it flashes blue, it's not very effective. Interesting, okay. Yeah, Dualhan's homing attack did, like, a ton. I also had much worse equipment at the time, so that could have been part of it, but... Yeah, I didn't know about that effectiveness thing. That's kind of a cool detail that I'll keep in mind. This... Maybe I just missed a... Yeah, I thought so. Now it's 100% nice. Also, I have all of these random foods. I don't know if I want to eat them, though, because I feel like some of them are quest items. I'm a little wary of that. The flash is pink. The weapon is slightly effective against it. Flashing light blue is slightly ineffective. That's interesting. That's cool, though, because, like, it actually incentivizes switching up weapon types. That wasn't a thing in Dawn, was it? Which I guess, if it's not, then that's like another... White is very strongly effective? Okay. If it wasn't a thing in Dawn, then... That just leans into that game being very offensive, where it's just like, just pick the highest DPS weapon and go to town. Alright, let's see here. So we have the cog. These guys are facing the wrong way, so we can go to the right and access the clock tower area. I can double back and see about quests real quick, if any more opened up. Okay, nice. Perform the spinning art in front of me 3 times in a row. Find the statue's tier, right under the rubble. So that's got to be the statue we just went to. So you enter this command: up, left, down, right, X. Oh, my bad. Okay, and then the rolling art... I forget what the input is, I need to look at it. Or the spinning art. Right, down, left, right, X. Thank Christ, okay.
You're back. Excellent. Excellent.
If you want a poison sword, bring me the moldy bread, amanita, and a long sword. You can get the Bloody Tears BGM for statue tiers, nice. Oh, that's right, Itsuno also directed Dragon's Dogma 1 and 2. Project Justice, Rival Schools, Power Stone. Yeah, that's a crazy, crazy, crazy pedigree. That's actually insane.
I'll make you a deal.
That's, like, actually nuts.
Thank you.
So what items do I have of those? It was the Amanita, or whatever, the mushroom. The rotten something or other. I don't think I have like any of this. Except maybe the long sword I have, maybe. No, I don't even have that apparently.
You're back.
We can get the statue real quick, just because while I kind of remember where that is. Yeah, so we'll go in here. Pretty sure it was to the left, like on the left side. Also, I haven't checked, I probably have some better equipment I can equip. Can you stop? That's a foreboding. I do wish having a way to instantly warp somewhere. Like me stocking up on library cards in Symphony of the Night. I swear, it's like how many times in the Symphony of the Night playthrough does one go and warp back and then go to the nearest warp point to get around? Like, the librarian's kind of out of the way, but it is nice having an instant warp somewhere consistent. Somewhere, like, it's somewhat close. And you can, like, wolf transform and get out of there pretty quickly anyway.
You're back. Well done.
Okay. Do you want to do the ghost one? I guess I might as well, right? I think I know where that's at. I think I do. Let's see what I can equip. I like this track, but I think I like this one better. Do I have any better weapons? The answer is no. Biker's jacket. Nothing better here, really, right? I mean, well, eventually I'm gonna have to give up on the biker's jacket, like, extra strength buff and stuff in favor of defense. Like, maybe it's time to upgrade, because 10 defense is pretty significant. Most of this other shit is, like, whatever, though. Can Jonathan equip this, though? I doubt it, right? Silk Hat, defense instead of a bit of attack and con. I feel like this is better. Well, yeah, I mean, points-wise, what is it, 6 versus 3? Said I unlocked Holy Water, could have sworn Bloody Tears is in this game. It might be. I don't know about, like, the extra features when it comes to, like, music tracks and stuff like that. Rose Sandals. Spiked Boots. Boots that deal extra damage when kicking. It's very niche. Neutralizes curses. Summon skeleton, summon ghost. Defensive spell. I should probably experiment more with Charlotte's spells. Also, I haven't really been playing much as Charlotte either. But let's see. I like the defense better probably. Her strength stat doesn't really matter that much, grand scheme. Okay. Oh, that's because he's running both of them. Okay. Okay. Let's see. First of all, I did unlock critical art, martial art. Only missing one relic, interesting. Oh, it's probably the super jump. Let's try this ghost thing, because I think I know where this is. Oh, I definitely press minus or select or whatever to try to look at the map when it's like literally right there. I don't remember exactly where it's at though. Just Googled and found out. Oh, that's in Dawn of Sorrow. Okay, I got you. I got you. Let me see here. I'm gonna Google this real quick because I know it's in like the right side, but I forget if it's upper right or lower right. Plus, this track is a banger. Portrait of Ruin. Large Ghost, or whatever he's called. The Great Ghost. The player must go to the rightmost bottom room of the upper right area. Okay, that was one of my... Of course, it's like, I look it up, and then it's like, oh, that's what I was thinking of in the first place. I'm so smart. But more like, no, that was one of the areas that I was eyeing. I wasn't sure if it was there or if it was like in a lower area, though. Nice. Should charge it up more. And I have to kill the little ones, right? I didn't mean for that to sound so morbid. I thought about it for a second. I was like, wait. Get my Anakin Skywalker on, I guess. Alright, what's going on here with this? Don't you have to kill the, maybe you don't? You're supposed to specifically not kill them, maybe? Hold up. I don't know why I closed that extra tab. It's actually good to have an extra tab open for a bit of Googling. You do have to kill them? Okay. Okay, we'll just leave this tab up anyway, as a backup. Cue the Fallout 4 line that I like to meme on. There it is. Ah, it's one of the things for, it's the same guy from Symphony of the Night that I was talking about last time. Easy kill. That's what I was saying about him last time, too. Or wait, I can hold down... Hold on, I'm trying to test something, you damn ghost. Okay, so yeah, I guess you can't... That makes sense. When you summon the backup character... That's not what I meant to do. You can, like, charge it up extra. That makes sense. Okay, so we'll warp back. Yeah, the missing rooms in this map we'll have to come back for later. While I am backtracking, I could go back to City of Haze and get those items that I missed. I could do that. I think it's probably pretty close to a warp point, because it was like after the boss. I might just go check on that real quick.
You're back. Well done.
Moldy bread, amanita, and a longsword. Because who knows, one of those items could be one of the ones that I skipped. Yeah, it's like these tall rooms on like either like top corner. There were items there that I could have jumped off of Charlotte's head, and I just didn't think about it. Even though I literally just got that that ability. It's one of those. Not the worst though. I haven't mentioned, or I did mention last time that I jumped back into my Majora's Mask playthrough, my replay, and I played more of it. I got through Great Bay Temple. That dungeon is not that hard. I don't know why people struggle with it so much, but I just want to throw that out there. Like Great Bay, granted, second time I played through that dungeon. But, I played through Woodfall and Snow Peak, or Snowhead more. Snow Peak, damn it. I played through the first two more than I have Great Bay, because usually I stop my Majora's Mask playthroughs at Great Bay. Not the temple, but just the area. And it just wasn't as bad this time. And part of that is knowledge, but it's also just like... Even having to go into the fortress, the pirate fortress, more than once, it's really not that at all, especially with Stone Mask. Like, I mean specifically with Stone Mask, really. Not that I ever attempted that section without it, but it's my point is, I'm looking back at my Majora's Mask playthrough that's on the channel, and I'm a little embarrassed at how much I struggled with certain aspects of it. Because this playthrough has been going so much smoother, and I don't just say that because I'm playing it at a high frame rate, but I literally mean like the playthrough is just going better. And I'm enjoying it a lot more too. Like I've literally done one cycle per dungeon so far. And so I kind of screwed up because I didn't get Song of Storms earlier when I could have. And so I'm going to have to skip. Well, I don't have to. I can do some side quests, but I'm going to have to, on the first night, go and get that to continue in Iconic Canyon. But it's like a whole thing, and I'm really like... I would say I always wanted to love Majora's Mask, and I just struggled to get into it when I was a kid. But the more I play it, especially on this more recent playthrough, and part of it I think is the higher frame rate. I think it makes it just better to play. But on this more, I'm like really, I might, like, it is a pretty popular opinion, especially amongst people who like make YouTube videos, but I might prefer Majora's to Ocarina. I still love Ocarina of Time, still do, of course. I can play the shit out of that game too. As far as someone who's like not a speedrunner or whatever. Just as someone who's played through it a million times. I like that's the playthrough on the channel where like I annihilated Ocarina. I destroyed that game, and I was like doing side stuff and shit too. I could have done it even faster if I had just like mainlined it. But like Majora's, it's like I've been doing all the stray fairies, and I got like I did some extra side quests so far to like get extra bottles and whatnot. Because you at least want 3 bottles before Great Bay, so you can do Pinnacle Rock in one entry. Only play the 3DS version of Majora's Mask. Like I've been in Ocarina 2. I have some issues with the 3DS remake, but it is... I wouldn't say that it's like a bad way to experience the game. It's not like one of those. But there are like versions of... See, the main feature that I like from the 3DS one is being able to time travel, like jump to a specific hour on the hour instead of having to do it in 12-hour increments. That's like the main thing that I miss. That's something that could be patched into this project, though. I'm playing through this project called Zelda 64 Recompiled. So while there is a decompilation of Majora's Mask in the works, that's like apparently almost done or like very close, or like well far along in development. There's someone managed, I forget his name, I should probably learn that, but someone figured out a way to recompile, which is like a different process, N64 games. And so while the decompilation is not done yet, there is the recompilation, which is like fully playable and has many of the same features that are probably going to be available in the decomp, but like right now. And the plan with that project too is to add Ocarina to the same executable, which I love the idea of having that duology all like in just like one launcher is awesome. Assuming that, you know, gets done, and I hope that it does. Along with like randomizer features built in, like the thing with the Ocarina of Time decompilation, or Ship of Harkinian in particular, it's cool and it's very flexible, but it's the UI is very PC oriented, where like you can tinker a lot with it, which is cool, but it's kind of a lot. And like a lot of things that you can tinker with that I just don't really have the desire to tinker with. Because while I do play on PC, I have a lot of console gaming sensibilities still, I would say. Because that's what I grew up playing on, was consoles for, you know, the vast majority of my life. I've only been PC gaming really for like the past 10 years or so, and then even then, I wasn't really doing a ton. Or like I wasn't playing like a ton of different games on PC until like 4 years ago. So just one of those things. But I highly recommend, if you have even probably a weaker PC, you could probably run this, because it's just an N64 game running natively. But yeah, Zelda 64 Recompiled, it's I think it's the best way to play Majora's Mask. Like, straight up. Let's see here. Oh, I was like, can we move? But yeah, like, Majora's Mask might be, instead of being like my number 3 or like 4 or something favorite Zelda, or like, you know, meandering in the top 5, like it's like climbing a little bit, I think. Because like it might, the thing with Ocarina is that replaying it, those early dungeons can be a bit of a chore. Like the child dungeons, then they don't really take that long, so I don't really mind it that much. But Majora doesn't really have anything like that in the same way. Like, I mean, it has the first cycle, but the first cycle is really just like, if you know what to do, it doesn't take very long. Like, at all. It's a little tedious in a similar way, but it's not... I don't mind it as much. Uh-oh, wait a second. This is not the sisters fight, is it? I think it might be. Okay, there's a save room. We can check this out first. Or we fight one of them first, right? Watch your tongue, mortal. happen to learn some patterns. Also, oh wait, Charlotte has Volcano equipped. That's fucking crazy, dude. Shit. Got greedy. I don't know. Okay. I was trying to do that without potions because I thought I was close, but I was not. Let's try that again. Weird break in the dialogue. Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah. That was a really shitty idea of mine. Also, why did I not offensive form immediately? Oh shit, I'm surprised I didn't get hit by that. That was pretty good. Charlotte, go back. Charlotte, return! Yeah, this is not a... She's making this kind of hard to actually hit her. Shit. Nice. Yeah, Charlotte the Pokemon, literally. Yeah, Spear is like... I don't want to rely on the Spear entirely because I just did that in Dawn of Sorrow, but it is a... It's kind of becoming one of my preferred weapon types, honestly. Although if I had a whip that was stronger, I would use that. Father was very clear about not to leave the painting. Hear me, both of you. If you continue to oppose Father, I will show you no mercy. Wow. Shit. She doesn't mince words. Yeah, vampire. Yeah, the true vampire killer later on. That was fun. Like fighting Richter and all that. We'll do that again here, for sure. I forgot about this. I mean, I knew there was something, like, more to them, but I forget what it was. Go back and save real quick. Just didn't backdash, yeah, right. From the ice attack or whatever. What's up, Eric? Just saw your message there. Happy Friday indeed. Alright, let's see here. I can continue up the clock tower. I don't want to see... Oh, that's right, this is where we put the cog. Convenient. Ah, I remember this. Oh, this... Okay, yeah. There's a little memorization involved, but... Maybe I can react to it. I want to say it, like, probably alternates. Oh, wait. How does that work? Do I just have to literally... I have to jump over it, I guess? Or slide? Does that work? I'm like on top of something, though. It's like I can slide under it if there's nothing there, but... The broomstick jump is too funny, though. I think I said that last time, but it's very funny. Just a jump? Okay. What do you do here? Except you stay. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, I just wanted to... I'm trying to use that to, like, prepare my reflexes a little bit for more. Since it does pause slightly. I think there's a... Maybe there's not breakable wall here, but... We'll check out these, like, side rooms in a second. Halberd, is that... That's like a better version of this, right? Maybe? No. There is a breakable wall. Okay, okay. I thought I remember something like that. We'll inspect here in a second. I just want to... We'll get to the top. Warp room. Probably save room over here, yeah. No, portrait. That's right. That's right, the academy or whatever. There it is. The Viking helmet. Sick. That's pretty good. Strength buff. Take those. Just continue to inspect for more, because, like, might as well. Oh, this is like a new area? Or this is like back to the clock tower, right? Yeah. That's what it is. Bitch. There you go. Probably super jump through that, maybe. This is eerie. Then no music. Area to the throne room. Okay, that makes sense. Makes sense. It's just the hallway to the throne room area. Damn. You can explore a lot more thoroughly than I remember. Like early. That I need like the owl transformation for or whatever. Or one of the two. Cause I like remember this area pretty distinctly. Take the save here. What I'll do is I'll fill in that little bridge that connects to the previous area, then warp back, see about sub-quests or whatever they're called. Missions. See about any new missions, and kind of go from there. Also, we're supposed to go talk to Wind about his daughters, but there's also those 2 spots at the entrance that I can probably access with the double jump now, or, you know, triple jump if Charlotte's head counts as 1 jump. Oh, we can't even go this way, okay. Need a transformation for that first, which I don't have, right? That would be in I think it's one of Charlotte's thingies. Not just summons. So we'll go back to the top. We'll warp back to the entrance. See about that. See about those 2 spots, like at the very entrance, and then also talk to Wind. Do some questing and whatnot. Because I think I'm making pretty good time. Yeah, I mean, pretty good progress. Also, I missed this room. That's where the save room is. I feel like I'm making solid progress, which is cool. I'll warp back here real quick. Talk to Wind first, since he's closer. What's the meaning of this? Look at this photograph. Every time I look, it makes me laugh. Or cry, in this case, I guess. Eric Lecard, there it is. You don't mean the man who fought by my father in Castlevania Bloodlines for the Sega Genesis. Jonathan just knows what a Sega Genesis is randomly. Aren't they Bronner's daughters? Bronner lost his real daughters in the First World War. His anger and grief awakened his hidden magic power, which he used to become a vampire. So his daughters... He believes the daughters he lost in the war were reborn as my daughters. Interesting. So he kind of just stole them from you? Now that he's taken them back, he wants to punish the humans whose war has ruined his life. Okay, I mean... Fair enough. Yeah, right. You mean Eric Lecard? I loved playing as you in Castlevania Bloodlines. Go pick up the Castlevania Anniversary Collection. Now available for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Steam, and Switch. Proud to have someone have your name in Castlevania. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool when that does happen. That's why the whip started acting up in front of those 2. It's because they carry the blood of the Lecard family. Ah. In order for the Morris family to use the vampire killer, you need the power of the Lecard family. But I can't help you, and of course, now that my daughters have been turned to vampires, I guess my being its heir is just the emptiest, most meaningless title of all. Oh, calm down. He's got the hair to match up, but you know. He was mortally wounded when he stopped Dracula's resurrection. Even I know that was the case, because I'm the smart one. You're wrong. You're the dumb one now. Put this dunce cap on. For one who is not of the Belmont family, to use the true power of the vampire killer, they must give up a part of their own life. That's why my family acts as the power's key, so that it can only be used when truly necessary. You wanted you to develop the strength to fight without using the whip. No matter how much you may hate him for doing that, in the end, he was only looking out for you. I mean, these are like the plot reveals and like moments that, yeah, the dialogue is a little stiff, but like, these are the aspects to this game's story that I like. It's like actually a touching, kind of moment. You may not yet wield... They said wield this time and not yield. You may not yet wield your whip like a Belmont, but the true power can be yours for the small price of... Just buy the DLC for $5.99 US dollars. $5.99, that is. Maybe I should have said $6.99, and topical. I know that he had his reasons. I knew the had good reasons. We know what she means. Why did the Belmonts give this thing to the Morris family? If not for this, we would have been spared so much pain. As the Belmonts cannot touch the whip now, it is predicted that Dracula will be revived in the year 1999. That's Julius, that's right. I believe that's Julius's time. I've heard that the Belmonts must not touch the vampire killer until then. Interesting. That's got to be the reboot. Come on. I know Julius mode is a thing in Dawn of Sorrow, but like, Castlevania 1999 would be sick. Or at least do that for like a season of the anime or something. Never does the incorrect grammar. Yeah, it's something I've like, it's something I never really noticed in games generally, and only in the past few years I've been like really paying attention. I've caught some like weird shit in like even pretty high budget games at that. But like, you know, my beloved Mega Man Battle Network games, like those are infamous for having typos here and there. Like some of those typos are infamous, I should say. But there were even some that I didn't catch when I was a kid that I remember catching when I was streaming them. Disappointed when none of the games followed through on the Battle of 1999. I feel like that's like one of the points in the timeline. I'm not super familiar with the Castlevania timeline overall. That's one of the points though that a reboot for Castlevania would make sense to take place during. Or we have to get the purification spell, but that's later. Like a little bit later, at least. Not terribly later, actually. Because we go to the academy, and I think that's where we get the transformation, or one of them. And then we can backtrack. Yeah, I really should stock back up on potions, shouldn't I? But wait, let me check out quests real quick. Teach you a healing spell, come back wearing 3 nun items. Teach you a lucky spell, come back when the last 3 digits of your money are 777. Go reduce your MP, then come back. Or wait, we can just do this. Nice. Oh, nice. We already got that. Sick. 777, the 3 nun items, which I might have them. I know I have at least 1 or 2. I'm just gonna look up what they are real quick. It literally summons a volcano out of nowhere. Thankfully he's a ghost. What's it? Portrait of Ruin, nun items. Nun's habit, nun's robes, and nun's shoes. Nun's shoes are in the city of Haze. If you're 777, then I'm 888. Right. Nun's habit. Got the nun. Do I have the nun's thing? No, maybe not. Go to this IGN FAQ from 2007. See how this is. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Oh, never mind. None items. None shoes are in the city of Haze. Warp to the rightmost portion of the map. Head left, down. Upper left corner, but you must break away the ceiling. Nun's robe is outside the portrait room to the Nation of Fools. Right before you enter the screen, knock out the ceiling. Okay, there's like 2 hidden rooms. That's what it is.
You're back.
Let's see here. And then the gold thing we can kind of mess around with. I mean, I'm kind of far off from it. I mean, I can buy stuff to figure that out, but... I'd rather, let's go find these items and see if I can sync up my gold to 777 to complete that one as well. So, warp to the rightmost portion of the map. Head left 1 room, down 1 room, and then left. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need a different... Is that not gonna work? Maybe I just need a, like the axe or something, or... Bible, javelin... I don't think that's gonna work. Is it here, or is it... Maybe it's actually here. Hold on. Big 4x4 room. I'm stupid. I didn't read enough. I didn't read far enough to, like, figure it out. Yeah, that's it. Alright, so we got the nun's shoes. That also puts us at what for this area? 93.7. There's still that 1 transformation room, and there might be a hidden room or 2 that I'm missing, but we can deal with that when I come back the final time. I could just sort by attack. I don't know why I'm not doing that. Nun's habit I got, Nun's robe. Outside the portrait room for the Nation of Fools. Real quick, let's just check this this entrance. This entrance room real quick. We'll have to come back here for the, what's it called anyway? The boss rush area. Yeah, I feel like I can make it up there with the, oh, maybe not quite. Is that my only option? I feel like... God, it's so close, too. I'm trying to, like, do the jump. It's probably designed to specifically be unachievable at this point, yeah. Oh wait, I can fill out the map, but I actually don't want to do that if there's an item up there, so... Well... Yeah, whatever, we'll just leave that there, so I can remember. So now we warp to the Nation of Fools. Just outside, right before you enter the screen, knock out the ceiling. Okay, wait, that makes sense, yeah. Also, wait, Charlotte can just do this naturally, because she has the... upward attacking thing. I don't even need to change my equipment. Nice. Oh, and there's a upgrade over there. So do that. Oh wait. I don't know what I'm thinking. Just literally go this way. MP max up, sick. 492. 542. I feel like this would be a decent area to actually grind for this real quick. So that's another 50. That's another 50. Well, I guess I do need... Well, yeah. Okay. I do need 50s to get myself to 700 something, but... Almost a 666. But now what we're going for. Trying to get a luck spell, not a demon spell. So now I need 2 50s and 3 singles. Yeah, I'd rather go for that instead of just picking up a bunch of 10s. Wait, that works, because that's the 50s I needed, so now I just need 3 blues. There's one. Seems like money drops are very... the money drops in this game are very forgiving. I feel like I'm seeing a lot more silvers and golds than I'm used to. Like, more reliably, at least. Alright, one more blue. But I have been compiling a list of games for potential streaming once I'm done with these 3. So I'll give more insight on that once I like kind of finalize that. I mean, some of them are going back to games that I've already streamed, but wanting to do them again, like I mentioned with Ocarina and Majora. Although I'm not going to do that for a while because, for one, Ocarina needs to be added to Zelda 64 recompiled before that. For 2, I just finished streaming those games like, what, a little over a year ago? It was like leading up to Tears of the Kingdom, so whenever that came out, May of 2023. It was from like November or December up through that. It was like 6 months of Zelda streams, which is crazy. Cool process though. I'm glad I did that ultimately. But I'd like to stream those again because those are games that I like to play, you know, somewhat regularly anyway. Super Meat Boy I mentioned wanting to go back to on like a fresh save. But I've also been torn on that because I'm like, well, should I go for these deathless achievements? Like clearing each world of Super Meat Boy deathless? That's gonna be such a pain in the fucking ass to try to do, but if I want to do that, I would rather stream it than do it on my own time, I think. Like in my own like personal gaming time. God, these potions are expensive, man. What the fuck? I guess it's worth it, but shit. And Pokemon XG I would like to go back to and do again as well. Just because the variety in that game, like, the more I think about it, the more, like, if you want, like, it's hard to say best, right? But my pick for, like, probably the overall best, like, Pokemon game as far as, like, a traditional, coming from, like, a traditional JRPG standpoint, I feel like XD Gale of Darkness, and Colosseum could be lumped in that too, but the GameCube games, I feel like maybe do a better job of, like a more, like, pure JRPG experience, where like mainline Pokemon is undoubtedly a JRPG, but it's Pokemon. Like it's specifically that, whereas I feel like or Coliseum and XD kind of give off more of a, like, they're console games. They're console RPGs from that era. And like the way that you catch Pokemon is different, so like it's a little more limited in party construction and stuff, so, which I think is actually sort of a point in that game's favor overall. So I think those ROM hacks are like ROM hacks of those games are, yeah, I had a lot of fun with those games when they first came out. But I streamed them on the channel a few years ago, and those playthroughs are a little bit rough. I mean, people seem to enjoy them, which is cool. I can't help but go back and like wince just a little bit, at least as far as like the lighting and the setup, and just like from more of a production standpoint, I guess. But people seem to like that the Coliseum playthrough in particular, which is cool. But I feel like because in XD your starter's an Eevee, and so there's a lot of team building potential with that. Or like depending on which evolution you pick, you can kind of tailor the team accordingly. So like I had to re-roll because I wanted like not a neutral nature, because I think they're boring. Because when it comes to Eevee, I don't know if you guys are like Pokemon guys. I think one or both of you mentioned you're not really. But I know Eric is a big into Pokemon, so he would know what I'm talking about. But like when it comes to natures, it's like you get a 10% increase in a stat and a 10% decrease in a stat, and so then that can like help you min-max when you're training for like competitive or whatever. But in the context of in-game, it's like, okay, you know that you have this advantage in one stat and a disadvantage in another. It's somewhat slight, but it's notable. And so what I do when it comes to Eevee is, because each evolution kind of has a different focus on different stats depending on the nature. That's how I tend to determine which evolution I go with. So I got a neutral nature on first roll, so I like soft reset the game to like not get that, because it's boring, and it doesn't give any insight into what you should evolve this into. But I got like a plus speed nature, so I picked Jolteon, and then I formed like a rain team around that, so I could run Thunder on Jolteon. Like there were some cool synergies there. It's all double battles, you know? Synergies that you don't really see much in singles in the same way. Oh, this is a moldy bread. We need that. Yeah, point being, like, I re-roll XD or XG or whatever. I probably would play XG, the ROM hack that updates the mechanics and stuff, but like ideally, you know, pick a different evolution based on whatever nature it is, and kind of go from there, build a team on that. And hypothetically, I mean, I don't mind replaying a game and having it be more or less the same experience, but with a game like that where you're team building, I'd want to shake things up. It's like, hypothetically though, I could do like 5 distinct playthroughs of that game, each with one of the different evolutions over time. And that could be kind of fun. At a certain point, I would be wanting, maybe not a specific nature, but maybe like one of a few different natures for whatever one would be left at the end. But for the most part, but at that point it's like, okay, would I mind doing Jolteon again? Right, like doing a Jolteon team again? Maybe not. Who knows? Yeah, point being, that's a game that I want to go back to and stream again at some point. Probably not for another year or so. Why is this so weak? Oh, it's because it's faster, maybe? But yeah, like some of those early streaming series I did, I took down the Super Meat Boy one because that one was just kind of rough, production-wise. Like, I was proud of the accomplishment of 106%ing that game. But it is one of those things, I'm very confident I could do that even better now, like much more efficiently, and just I'm just better at streaming than I was too. So it's like something I like that, the Pokemon playthroughs, and then Zelda, I guess, was the next thing. It's like those three I'm already like considering, okay, when it's time to go back, what do I want to do? Because it's not time to go back just yet, but like when it is. As far as new stuff, though, I've had some ideas. Particularly leading up to some releases. Like, I'd like to do the Metroid Prime trilogy leading up to Prime 4. I'm gonna have to, like... I don't have to, but I feel like I should force myself to finish Prime 3, even though I don't like it very much. Just to, like, do it. Maybe I'll play it on easy mode or something to, like, just not have to deal with it as much. But, like... What a chore. And I guess Prime 1... I know some people feel like Prime 1 is a chore as well. Some people feel like Prime 2 is a chore. Some people think that all three of the games are a chore, which is fair. I feel like 3 is the most chore-like, though, for sure. Like, 2 I've only played once, but I really liked it a lot, or I grew to like it a lot as I played more of it. Because, dude, Sanctuary Fortress is one of my favorite, like, video game locations at this point. It's so cool. And so I'm hoping we get remasters of that before Prime 4 so I can play them that way. I guess worst case I'll just do Prime Hack again for 2 and 3. Or maybe all 3. I mean, I have the remaster of the first one, which I played through when it came out. And it's probably my preferred way to play. Because I think, like, with FPS games, or, like, games, it's tricky because Metroid Prime is, like, the combat is first person and you're shooting things, but it's not really focused around that in the same way that a lot of FPS games are. It's not really, like, combat-oriented. In the same way, at least. I like the beam and visor switching stuff, though, with the combat. I think that's cool. In the first 2 games, especially, because that's, like, where that is most prevalent. But... what was I gonna say? Usually I like to play first-person shooters, or just, like, games where you're first-person shooting on mouse and keyboard, because that's where I play best in that style of game, but because the Prime games are not really combat-focused, I think I actually prefer playing on controller. Like, I think the controller config... like, the way the controls work on Prime Remastered is pretty nice and feels, like, very comfortable as someone who's not particularly proficient at first-person shooters on controller. Especially because it's so lock-on oriented, too. You're not really free aiming very much. In the Wii version you are, but that's like, I'd play the Wii version with mouse and keyboard support, you know? So, that's what you love about Prime, is that it's... yeah, I agree. And that's part of the reason why I don't like Prime 3 as much, because I feel like Prime 3 is trying... like, it's clearly trying to be more of a traditional FPS, and I think it doesn't do a great job. Or rather, I guess traditional FPS games are just not really historically my jam. And even then, like, the closest a traditional FPS, like, campaign has come to clicking with me is Doom Eternal. And that game is, like, so much more layered and complex than Prime 3 is. The combat is a lot deeper there, there's a lot more to manage. Like, easily. It's a lot faster, too. I dropped it because I like, could not get past a certain part, I think. I don't know that I tried, like, super hard or anything, but I did enjoy my time with Doom Eternal overall. But it's like one of those. Never finished Doom Eternal. Yeah, I don't remember... I feel like there was a combat encounter that I was struggling with, and I could have bumped the difficulty down, I guess, but... I did like what I played of it, though. It's like, maybe when Dark Ages has a release date, maybe I'll go back to that and check it out again. Because I'm very interested in Dark Ages because of what I played of Eternal. But it depends on when it comes out, because Monster Hunter is going to be the priority next year. And I would guess that's probably an early, like, first quarter release, because that's usually when Monster Hunter comes out. Dead end with nothing in it? Really? This seems incorrect, but maybe it is just empty. Love the menu screen music on that game. I guess that's something that applies to Doom and Metroid. You know, that's something that I liked about Metroid Prime Remastered over the Trilogy, is that you get to hear the menu music, because with Trilogy, it like skips that because you have the new interface. I'm still just praying that they separate Prime 2 and Prime 3. I don't want potentially my favorite Metroid game, or at least my favorite Metroid Prime game, to be lumped in with my least favorite. I don't like that. So I'm hoping the success from Prime Remastered is encouraging them to go a little further, because the rumor was that they weren't going to go as detailed with the remaster for 2 and 3 as they were for 1, which is a shame, or would be a shame, I think. But Prime 1, like, kind of, I think it performed well, sales-wise, as far as I am recalling. I mean, it helps that it was a $40 price point and, like, an insanely high-quality remaster. So it makes a GBA ROM hack. That'd be interesting, like a demake of a Colosseum in XD. That'd be interesting. I am like, I'm interested in video game demakes. I know there's not many of them, but I know like Mega Man X8 has one that's in the works. I know that FF7 has one. I know those are like the main two that I can think of. It's not like super common. I think it's an interesting idea though. Especially as someone who loves pixel art, you know. This track's kind of a banger. Budokai 2 being left out. They left out Budokai 2 in the HD trilogy. Interesting. I only have like passing knowledge about that. Prime 1 is also right. Yeah. Prime 1 is the most critically acclaimed for sure. Just like Mega Man X, yeah, exactly. No, you're right. You're for sure. But I still do think it would be a missed opportunity to like, just kind of like crap out a Prime 2 and 3 remaster, because like the potential for a Prime 2 and 3 remaster could be like, you know, bringing them closer to, I wouldn't say the same level of quality, because I think Prime 2 does some things better than the first game. But like in the eyes of the general populace, I guess. The X8 demake? Is that what you're referring to that I was mentioning? Yeah, like I think it's still work in progress, but I saw a video on it recently and I was like, huh. Because I think X8 actually has some interesting ideas. I don't know how much of that is present in the demake, but it's an interesting prospect. Especially as someone who, like, I favor the earlier X titles. 1, 2, and 4 in particular. This dude's got a, looks like he has a sneeze coming. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I really want to replay Prime 2, but I'm like, well, if they're going to do a remaster, I want to wait for that. But at the same time, I'm like, well, I could just play it on Prime Hack again to refresh my memory if they're not going to do it beforehand. So who knows? You're an X3 defender. It has its merit. I find the, I don't like all of the different prerequisites. It's like overwhelming to me in a way that I don't like. I tried it again recently with the Zero project even, which I thought would make it click, but it just didn't as much. Like, what sealed the deal, X3 is not a bad game by any means, but like, what sealed the deal for me was I came across one of the chip upgrades, but it was like, oh, you don't have the armor part yet for this. And I was like, well, fuck me, I guess. Like that's the most disappointing part, is like, oh, I came across an upgrade, but you can't pick it up because prerequisites. And like, that was definitely a game where like the more you know about it and the more you can circumvent that in the first place, which is something I've been talking about with Majora's Mask, you know? It's like, oh, I know to get some bottles before Great Bay to make it less tedious, and things like that, or oh, I should go do this right now because, like, in the meantime, because I'm gonna need this mask or whatever for the main quest later on. Stuff like that. It's like, I get it. And like, I'm sure if I put in the time to, like, learn more about X3, I would come to appreciate it more. Maybe that'll happen someday. But it is my least favorite of the first four. Like, pretty easily. But it's not a bad game. It's definitely not. It still controls, like, Mega Man X1 and 2, so, like, that inherently puts it above a large quantity of games, just in general. And the music is, it's actually kind of hit or miss for me in that game, but the tracks that I like from X3 are really good. Yeah, I know I'm not the only one who shares that sentiment, but it is something that is a sentiment that I do agree with. Like, largely. Okay, is that this is probably the boss, right? Maybe? This kind of sounds like a Dawn of Sorrow track, I think. Yeah, like, that's one of those where it's like, see, I'm not a contrarian because I hold the general opinion on one thing. It's just like, I don't know, I've never really been called a contrarian, but, like, I just think it's a silly... Like, I've seen other YouTube channels be called contrarians, and I just think it's a silly thing, because it's just like, I think it's less to do with that and more to do with just... Some opinions line up with the general consensus, some don't. It's just how it goes. You've been a contrarian your entire life. Fair enough. I don't know if I can... Do I need to use a, like a spell or something? I don't remember if this, like, unlocks later or not. Or if I need, like, an item for this. I think I need an item for it, right? Need to shave that tomb. Okay, so let's head back to the tomb then. Oh, and that's probably the transformation spell, isn't it? I feel like I'm remembering that now. Shit. Can this thing die already? Christ. This is why I play as Jonathan more often than not, because, like, he just has higher DPS with melee hits. Which is easier to deal with against, like, regular enemies. So we'll push this. Shoved, you mean? I figured you meant something else. I couldn't figure it out for some reason. I was like, shave. I was like... Yeah, I kind of know what you mean, but it's funny. More frogs. Summon a frog, okay. Ba-na-na-na-na. 1,000-year-old egg, yeah. I know, like... That's like a, not 1,000 years, but there is like some, is it a Chinese delicacy? Like the century egg or something? Where they could bury it? It's like an actual thing, I believe. I think so. Ah, defensive stationary. Okay. We can turn into pieces of paper here. Stationary defense. It's so dumb. It's so fucking stupid. I should play it a little bit safer. What? I know for sure there's a save room before the boss. That's like why I'm trying to not fuck. That's why I'm trying to not use my potions if I can. What is this? Order of Ecclesia? A straight hallway? What is this? Some kind of Castlevania Order of Ecclesia and the Dominus Collection? That's a quote from The Sopranos, exactly. Word for word. Yeah, this was screaming breakable wall. I can speak to walls. Did you know? I do vaguely remember this boss, but I don't know. Oh, we have to hit like the frog head. That's right. I'm supposed to use the stationary defense, probably. Because paper beats water in rock, paper, water. That's probably what it is. Yeah, that's gotta be what it is. I need a better, thingy for this, though. Holy Lightning, maybe? Yeah, it seems pretty good. Okay. We beat Mehrunes Dagon. That's another boss with like a little lame. Like, not the greatest. Only use Holy Landing on this boss, fair enough, yeah. The Ecclesia Slander. Ecclesia is cool. I just... We'll get there. Toad Morph. Okay, sick. We'll get there. So we got the Toad Morph, which will allow me to go through... There's quite a bit, so... I'm trying to think of what I want to do first. I guess we go back to City of Haze first, right? Just, like, go in order. Oh, but wait a second. There's, I'm gonna go this way first. Toad Morph. That's right. I like the little book. That's cute. I'll go on a little frog adventure. Bam, 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 bam. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. I know I don't have to do this, but it's fun this way. Little shimmy. Quick 4 grand. Not bad. Yeah, I can get this actually. Yeah, and that's kind of the next plan. I want to clear City of Haze real quick, though, because there's a few rooms that I'm missing, one of which does require the frog, I believe you can get. I don't see why the frog wouldn't be able to go through that area. Okay, no, I want to take the warp, and then we'll head to the desert and do that. Because this will allow us to take the that rightmost path as well. Excuse you? Bitch. Does she only say that when Charlotte's out? Because I don't think I heard that, I don't think I heard that voice clip with Jonathan out. Only with Charlotte. That's funny. Let's go City of Haze. We'll clear the map. But first. Defeat a total of 1,500 enemies. As a reward, I'll give you a new weapon. Okay. Collect 5 cards. Oh boy. This is a shitty one, isn't it? Maybe. Or maybe they're just regular. Are they enemy drops? I forget. If they're enemy drops, then that one sucks. If they're not, then it's less bad. What's the best era of YouTube, in your opinion? I don't know. I mean, I feel like, weirdly enough, I don't feel like the current era of YouTube is like necessarily the best, but I feel like the creators that I do enjoy watching, that I think are good, are kind of at their best currently. So it's like, it's kind of hard to answer. Because, like, yeah, I have some nostalgia for, like, you know, the early days of, like, you know, Ryan Higa and Smosh and stuff like that, sure. But, like, I wasn't really, like, on YouTube in the same way at that time. Like, I saw those videos, but I personally wasn't, like, browsing in that same way. So it's tricky to answer, because, like, I think there's problems with, like, the current YouTube landscape in some ways. But yeah, like I said, like, I feel like I actually get weirdly, like, more enjoyment out of YouTube currently than I ever have. But I think that's because, like, I've kind of curated the people that I watch in some way that makes sense to me, and that I am able to, like, maximize enjoyment of their content, I guess. I'm enjoyment maxing, as the kids would say. But no, but seriously, like, it's a tricky question. Kill so many of an enemy. You looked at the odds of not getting them after literally got an exponent back. First started watching YouTube 2008 with Elliot's Pokemon Adventures. I know, I remember watching some Pokemon parodies back then. Or maybe not even back then, but more like 2010s era or something. So that's like, it's a tricky question for me, because, like, I haven't been a regular, as regular of a YouTube user as I am now, like, in the past. Like, I just didn't, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I guess I was just, like, practicing saxophone when I was in college. That's like all I did. But, I mean, and playing video games, obviously, but, you know. Oh, let's see. City of Haze map. There's definitely some breakable walls we're missing. There's a whole, like, area. That's right. Oh, you need the owl morph for one of these, too? Is that true? I would guess it's true, but I wanna see for myself here. So hold up. Okay, I got that one. I should really be heading to the left. Oh, well, I guess I go warp. First YouTube videos you watch are AVGN wannabes reviewing old games. Yeah, I see. The interesting thing is, like, I didn't really ever watch AVGN. Munching Orange was the first YouTuber you watched. Started with Pokemon. What was it? Pokemon Rajon Adventures. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I feel like Smosh and Ryan Higa were probably the first like YouTubers that I was familiar with. But let me think. Yeah, but what was I saying? AVGN wasn't, like, I wasn't really watching YouTube, like, in that way when AVGN was, like, new. But there are video game review channels that are, like, were kind of in that vein, I guess, that I would check out, but not like super regularly necessarily. I at least want to break this ceiling block if I can. There it is. Yeah, okay, yeah, I guess you really do need I have the owl more for the super jump. But at least that's broken open, so I know where it is. Back when you was the angry Nintendo nerd. Wow, that's like way back, 2006. I mean, didn't YouTube like start in 05 or something? So that's like super early days. My only exposure to it really back then was like some of the neighbor kids like showing some stuff. But usually it was just like those like jump scare videos and shit to like fuck with us. And I was like, I don't know. And then like obviously Smosh and stuff like that too. Or like, you know, How to Be Ninja and shit like that. My problem with idolizing that time period is like, it's not even necessarily about like the jokes that were made, like as far as like, you know, what's okay to say these days or like whatever, but it's more so like I went back and watched some of those videos and I just didn't find them to be as funny as I remember them being. Just like generally. But that's like a problem I have with reevaluating like older eras of stuff. Where it's like I kind of take things for what I view them as now, as being more important than how I viewed them then. Because like I am me currently. I am not me 15 years ago or whatever. Thank God. I mean, me now isn't the greatest thing ever either, but like, you know, I'll do my best. But it's like when I talk about like old games and stuff, like if I go back and I play something and I'm like not into it as much as when I was a kid, I'm not gonna be like, oh well, like those were the days. It's like, well, to some extent. And gaming is, I guess, a little bit different. Because I was like participating in playing video games way more than I was watching YouTube back then. But it was also like pretty limited because it was mostly Nintendo stuff at the time too. I'm just gonna brush over that. It's like, excuse you? What pie? What kind of pie? Very uncouth joke, I'm sorry. It's like it's actually disgusting, but it's still funny though. Especially, never mind. Let me see here. Oh, there's a room to the right. Wait a second. Paper airplane. Not terribly intimidating, but just might put someone's eye out. Miss Let's Plays. Yeah, that's... I guess I did. This was like closer to maybe... like... 2010s era, where I like watched some Let's Play channels. Like, I do have a fondness for like early Game Grumps stuff. I haven't gone back and like checked it out in a while, but I have no idea, like, I can't speak for these guys as, like, people, but, like, I do remember laughing a lot at, like, the JonTron era of Game Grumps. So, I guess take that for what it's worth, I suppose. I don't know how I'd feel about it now, like, if I would find it funny still, or, like, whatever, or, I don't know. My humor can be pretty immature at times, so, like, I wouldn't be surprised. But that's a channel, like, I've long since fallen off from watching that kind of stuff. I just don't, like, I don't have as much of an interest in watching Let's Plays these days. Because I can just play the games that I want to play. That said, do stick around on the stream. Like, subscribe, come back for subsequent streams. I mean, streams are different than like uploading Let's Plays, mind you. But but like streams aren't really a style of content that I consume either, largely. Like there's some people I follow on YouTube where like I'll pop in, but it's not something that I'm like used to engaging with usually, historically. As I mentioned with Twitch last time, where it's like that platform in particular, I'm just like, I feel like a fucking alien on that platform. I think all that I'm missing is the owl room. I think so. Got the little plus thing there. Got that. Oh no, there's a basement room over here. I think that's it. Because I don't have the owl transformation, so I can't access the room in that, like, lower hallway. I don't need to save here. I can save once I exit. So that's pretty much done. I may need to shave tomorrow, but deal with that later. I don't know if these would have changed up, but let me just remind myself. 5 cards, 1,500 enemies. Oh, the nun items I didn't do. Nun's robes and nun's shoes. Cool. Nothing new. Can I view? I'm sure I can view how many enemies I've killed, surely, right? Maybe? Maybe not. View information about the enemies defeated. I mean, like, if I counted all of these, it's just one of those, it's gonna proc when it's gonna proc. There's actually no use, like, figuring out specifically when that'll be. Alright, now we go and get the... I think. I'm gonna need the owl to access the upper level on the left there. I don't think there's anything else to do in the castle with the frog, as far as I remember. So we'll go to here, get the spell, fill out the map here. The Fool's area, there was that one spot that I mentioned. Like on the right side, I think, there was an item that you could squeeze through with the frog. But I don't exactly remember where that is, but we can go check that, I guess, even though the map is full. Let me just check the map here. Obviously, there's that upper left corner that I guess I'll need the owl for, apparently. And then same with the upper right corner over on the bottom right side. It's like oxymoron, but you know what I mean. And then the spell is going to be that frog area. Is that it? I believe so. Yeah, I think so. I think that's it. And I probably should trust these game facts guys, but I am gonna try to get the I'm gonna try to get that upper right corner over here, so I don't have to come back. Wait. I forgot that she's just gonna turn into a toad and yeah. Like, that's not actually useful to me. Fucking ghosts. Oh, I see. There's like an item up there. That's why. I don't know why I did it like that. Oh, we equipped the Toad Morph. Little shimmy. Sanctuary, there we go. Boom ba boom 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 ba dum ba boom ba dum ba dum. Fastest way out of here would be probably the way I came. It's pretty annoying that I'm gonna have to come back, but well, if I remember to get that armor piece, but I probably will because these streams are pretty close together. Assuming I don't just get the owl this time around. But even if I get the owl next time, I'll probably remember. Because I remembered about the City of Haze items that I missed, too. And plus, I think something that'll trigger that memory is the upper left corner of that early room being not filled in. Remembering that I need the owl for that, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, I needed the owl for that one item. Might be starting to lose a little bit of steam here. But this might be getting to a spot where it'll be time to wrap up. But first, let's get that item from the World of Fools or whatever it's called. Oh yeah, I guess I never really finished my, like, fully finished my thought on, like, other games I would see about streaming, but yeah, like Prime Trilogy before Prime 4. I don't really know if there's anything quite like that. I had the idea to, like, go back to some, oh, that's convenient. Some childhood Sonic games, like, I don't know if I do Adventure 1, but like maybe like Adventure 2 and Heroes or something leading up to Shadow Generations. And then like I think streaming the Shadow Generations campaign could be fun. Assuming that I end up purchasing that day one. That would be something I'd be open to. Like, I haven't given a shit about... I've said this a lot. Sonic Mania, I guess, is an exception, but like I haven't really given a shit about a new Sonic release in fucking forever. Like, probably damn near 20 years, like, actually. Like, I straight up think that Shadow 05 was, like, the last Sonic game I was truly excited for. Which is interesting. Because, like, you know, I was a Nintendo kid, so 06 was out of my grasp, and, like, I played Colors, but I don't think I got it at launch. I didn't play Generations until I built my PC. And like Secret Rings I dabbled with, but like I didn't play it at launch. Or I played it at a friend's house at launch, but like I didn't own it at launch. Among other things. So it's like, okay, like Mania is the one exception, but like That's not like a Sonic Team game though. Sonic Mania is solid. I enjoy it. It's good. It's quite a good game, I would say. I'm not as hot on it as I used to be, but just because I'm not a big like 2D Sonic guy like overall. But clearly a like well-made game, obviously, and I got all the achievements in it twice, so that's saying something. Pretty sure this item was on the right side, yeah? But yeah, anyhow, like, it's weird that, like, a side mode in a remaster of a game that I'm also not, like, the biggest fan of Generations, but it is quite good. I replayed it recently, and I appreciated it more. I liked it more than I did when I first played it. But, like, I already own Generations, so it's like I'd really mostly be buying this for, like a side mode. But that side mode like actually looks good, and it's like it's tugging on the right nostalgia strings. Because Shadow's the fucking GOAT, or at least he used to be. I want to make sure I'm going the right way. Like, it's weird how interested I am in Shadow Generations, because like by all accounts I shouldn't be, because like I just haven't really cared about that series. World of Fools. Nation of Fools, not World of Fools. Do they have the items marked on here? Oh, they have the frog room marked. And it's way up top. I should have warped up there. Oh well. But it also remains to be seen if the remaster's any good. I'm gonna sneeze. Shit. Actually caught it. Damn. Nice. But yeah, like Sega doesn't have, or Sonic Team doesn't have the greatest track record when it comes to remasters, so if the remaster is bad, or like poorly optimized or something, then it's like, okay, I guess I'll wait, but like, I understand too. I also understand why Shadow Generations is a side mode and not like its own game, but I kind of wish it was its own game, since I do already own Generations. But the one thing that I did consider, as someone who's not like the biggest fan of the boost games, is from what I've played, what I could always do is install the Unleashed Project mod onto my base Generations exe, and then just leave that as is, and then have the remaster as like actual Generations. That's like something that is somewhat compelling to me, potentially, at least. It should be, yeah, it's right here. Holy Veil. That sounds like a quest item. I don't know if that's the case. Yeah, I'm weird like that with certain like video game packages, as it were. That's like what, it's like why I don't want Prime 2 and Prime 3 bundled together, because like I really just want Prime 2 on its own. Even if I come around on Prime 3, it's like I'd prefer for them to be separate. Like, this collection is great because I like all three of these games quite a bit. Like, if there was one of these games that I, like, adamantly disliked, then it'd be like, I probably would have still bought it and played it on here initially, but I probably, from then on, would opt to just emulate the games that I like I do with Circle of the Moon, but that's partially because of, like, I've said it a million times, but the patches in particular. Now, I guess I can look at... I can look at the Dark Academy map and see if there's anything I missed. I think that... Yeah, this was it. A couple owl spots. Okay. A couple of owl spots, so we'll have to go back there with the owl. In that case, I do have the Sanctuary spell, so I don't know if I need to talk to Wind, but I'm going to anyway. Yeah, okay. Cool. You learned a purification spell. Yeah, we'll buy extra potion. High potions are whatever for now. I mean, it'd be good to have more, I guess, but... It costs 4 times as much, and you're not even healing 4 times as much HP, so... Obviously you have the limit on how much you can hold. So that's why you would want to buy these, just to have more healing items, but... It's not exactly cost-effective, like you would assume. I'm assuming this is the same way. Probably. This is 3 times as much. It probably doesn't restore 3 times as much MP, but that's like a better conversion anyway. Castle map 3? What a waste. Since you beat this game without purifying. Just for shits and giggles. Oh, purifying Vincent, that's right. I forgot that happens. Alright, I seem to remember something like that happens, but I don't know what the trigger is. Oh, I need to look at my equipment real quick. With the banger playing in the background.
You're back.
You're back. What about my back? Iron plate, silver plate, there we go. I don't know why he can wear this, but... Also, it might be better for Charlotte to wear that, though, because that might be her best thing, because I haven't... 36... Yeah, it's just better. Yeah, it's like her best armor. Oh, the prices eventually do drop? Okay. That makes sense. This silk hat. 1 point of defense. Oh, that's right, I changed from this to the Viking helmet because Jonathan's more of a physical attacker anyway. Take this. I think Charlotte wants the royal sandals, probably. Yeah, very much so. Okay. None of these accessories seem particularly amazing. But I also haven't bought any, so... Cape. That's not worth the -10 mind. Come on now. Do I need this equipped? Probably not, right? Maybe? I doubt it. Thousand Blades might be tricky to pull off against these bosses coming up. You don't? Okay. Good, good, good. Sanctuary will have equipped. Well, I guess I can equip that when I get to the boss. As we climb our way up there, let's do Raging Fire. Even though, again, I probably should be experimenting more with spells, but if it ain't broke. So now we go here. Because I feel like they're gonna dump a bunch of new areas to explore before the final boss, before the true final boss. So I think... Oh, that map wasn't a waste. I don't know why am I crazy? It wasn't showing that portion earlier. Or I didn't see it. Didn't notice it. Like we purify the twins now, because I'm pretty sure that's like the next boss. And then call it, and then come back. Maybe finish up next time. Maybe it'll end up being 4 streams. I don't know. These have been a little bit longer than the Dawn of Sorrow streams, at least to start out, so understandable if it takes fewer streams to finish. I have to fight death before reaching them? Oh, that's right. In that case... How long have I been going for? Let's see. Like 2.5. They're closer to the throne room, that's right. Okay, well... We can fight death. And then call it there, and then next time we'll purify them. And there's probably more to do than I thought. Well, plus if I'm gonna 1000% the maps, then that'll give me more to do before fighting the final boss kind of deal. So maybe it will end up being 4 streams, but probably just 3, if I had to guess. We'll see though. Shit. Thunderbolts. Cool. Lit. Full heal there. Bum 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 ba-da-doo-da-dum, ba-da-doo-da-dum. Oh, that's not. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's like a shortcut. Or like that vertical shaft that's on the left there is a shortcut back. Mr. Breakable Wall. Oh, is it? It's that one. It's that little nook down here, isn't it? Or is it the floor here, or is it I'm probably being stupid. It might be the floor in the room I was just in, probably. If I had to guess. Or... Oh, no, I see it. Hey, can we not do this? Okay. Oh, it's not here. Okay. Ah, okay. Good call. MP max. So it was like a partial breakable. Okay. I kind of assumed there was nothing there because there's no room for a room, but... Oh no, wait, you're trying to do something dumb. Hold up. I feel like Raging Fire is just like too good. It makes me not want to experiment with the other ones because it's so good. There's not like an obvious downside aside from like range to an extent, but even then, it can like multi-hit and stuff. It's pretty good. Pretty good. You know, engravings give you no tactical advantage whatsoever. Just saying. Ah, the rose stem whip. This is the one that I remember using. 47, that's pretty good for a whip. That's pretty damn good, I will say. Yeah, I used this probably up until getting the vampire killer, maybe. Also, Charlotte can use a healing spell, so I think that might be... It's pretty costly, though, and slow charge up time, so I don't know that it's actually that good. It's probably not. What's up, iHeart Retro? Hello. My contacts are failing me a little bit, so I just squint. I was like, what am I seeing here? Yeah, welcome. Oh, this is a pain in the ass. This is, not good. Break out. Come on now. Let's try this again. I've, like, not been using a whip for a while, so I'm a little unaccustomed to the mechanics of it. Just a bit. That's fine. I'm gonna summon Charlotte immediately, once I can. I feel like one of these might be breakable, but... no. Yeah, so we'll make our way to death, fight death, and then that'll be it for tonight. That looks like it's breakable, but I guess not. Okay. Got a teleport room. There's definitely a save room nearby. This save room is so close to the warp that I'd rather just go back and save. Find it interesting the DS games go backwards with each installment. Yeah, it is interesting. Yeah, like what's weird is like... I know Ecclesia is more closely tied to the earlier portions of the timeline. It's like somewhat like you know, the village or whatever is made up of the ancestors of, is it Simon? It's either Simon or Trevor, or like one of those guys from like the earlier classic games or something like that. But sorry, I'm like focused for a second. But considering how, like, it's weird because the conflict in Ecclesia almost feels very final in a way, but it's like not. This thing is very annoying. This might be a good time to use the Thunderbolt skill that I have here. Nice. Okay, so here's death. That adds up. I'm very dehydrated right now. Ancestors of Simon? That sounds about right. Okay. This is the death fight. Thunderbolt's probably pretty good here. I'll go for it. Just right into the boss theme. Challenging me even though you can't use the whip. How utterly absurd. What I feel like Volcano would maybe work pretty well here. Shit. I gotta like learn his patterns. It's not bad. Oof. I remember this. Okay, yeah. So this fight is sick. In particular, when he fights alongside Dracula, like that shit's awesome. Okay, nice dodge, if I say so. Also, he's like more vulnerable to magic, right? In this state, and then it's the opposite with that was kind of shitty positioning on my part. Fuck. Fine, we'll use a potion or 3. I should have used a tonic. I can use a few. I mean, they're pretty expensive, but it's also like... Fuck. Very bad. Oh no, wait, he restores. Maybe he just has higher defense or something. Sorry, I was trying to read chat, which is really dumb of me to try to do in this instance. I don't want to use my high potions, though. I feel like if I just play better, if I die here, I can just, like, play better next time. Fuck. I'm dead. Oh, I forgot I can summon Charlotte, that's right, okay. That's fine. That's fine. Because I just know that I can play better. I think they're Descendants... Or Descendants, rather, yeah, that's what I meant, that's what I meant. My bad. I don't know why I said Ancestors, I was definitely thinking Descendants. I mean, yeah, that also works, I guess. Also, it's probably that I probably just try a different weapon. Yeah? That binds and destroys evil. Okay, he's just resistant against whips. Also, wait, Nebula's kind of sick. It's like a long-ass whip. How about the long spear? Does that work well here? No. He's probably just resistant to physical attacks in general. I definitely meant to jump. Fuck. Can you fucking not, dude? I don't mind. See, like, I don't mind that attack because it's usually pretty easy to dodge. Relatively speaking. He takes a bunch of damage and then he's like, nope. Stop the juggling, fucking ass. That was better timing than my previous attempts. Lit. Cool. Did you like iframes? Well, too bad. Yeah, exactly. How can someone like you possess such amazing powers? Teach me your ways. May not have the whip's power, but I can still kick your ass, based. Beat up all the baddies, no problemo. Focus on what we have to do. Defeat Death and Bronner, got it. Very one-track mind. Fun fight though. I do think the I'm definitely not struggling against some of these fights as much as I was in my first run. Or even like Dawn of Sorrow, for instance, like fucking Gurgoth. Holy shit. Yeah, I like these two. I like both of them as characters. I know I do understand how Charlotte could be kind of you know it all and stuff like that, but I like their camaraderie. Oh, I see. So this is just like the way up without taking the elevator. Hold up. Oh, it's the lower, I see. Also, I bet I could put one of them in each of the elevators, maybe? Maybe not, though. Okay, got the open veil. Now I need to take this path. Okay, like that's the actual way out. This might only... This is probably just achievable with the owl or the, like, super jump thing. Probably. So I think that's it for this room. Let me just do one more scan of the right side. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Okay. Nice. So, I did say I was going to wrap things up, but I do need to kind of find... Okay, there's a warp room. I guess... I mean, there's probably a save room nearby that I could just do it here, but... Maybe we'll warp back, see what kind of side quests are available to pick up, if any. I guess there's some. I would assume that. Oh, we have more dialogue, too. My father knew the vampire killer would consume his life when he used it. No. Excuse me. Sorry for burping. It's gross. Then learned the truth after Dracula was defeated. Found out using magic after noticing John took so long to recover. Wholesome. You're back. Come back to me when the shorthand of the clock points to 12. Is that real time, or is that a... there's probably like a clock in the world that I need to go look at, right? Maybe? Be able to find a beehive somewhere. It should help you build your strength. There's some in the Dark Academy, I know that much.
You're back.
Moldy bread, Amanita, and I'm only missing the Amanita, right? I think if you learned about it after... Yeah. That's fair. Moldy bread. Amanita can be found in the Forest of Doom. That we haven't gotten there yet, right? I think that's like the inverse of the Dark Academy or something. Forest of Doom. Or maybe I'm thinking of, oh no, Forest of Doom was where we were. Maybe Dark Academy is the inverse of that, then? Maybe? I don't know how I mixed that up. Oh, yeah. No, Forest of Doom was where we actually were. My bad. Okay, in that case, the Amanita can be found in the Forest of Doom fighting a moldy corpse enemies until they drop it. Let's do that real quick. That'll be the last thing we do. Fight some moldy corpses. Fun times. Yeah, I feel like I need to... brush up on, my Castlevania timeline knowledge. It's something that I'm still pretty fuzzy on. I think this is, yeah, Forest of Doom, okay. I got myself confused then. So in that case, there's still some owl rooms, or there is like one owl room at least. Yeah, I think that's the last room I'm missing, in fact. It's in that little, like, center spot over on the right side. Oh, and I guess there's an item that I need the owl for. So we're looking for a drop from the beehive, and we're looking for a drop from the moldy corpses. Summon Charlotte here. Also, what is Charlotte's secondary here? Thunderbolt's fine. I know there's beehives like up in these rooms. Maybe not here, but like the floor above or something. Somewhere around here. It's crazy how quickly I'm one-shotting stuff when I come back, though. It's like I haven't done that much, and already one-shotting shit. There's a beehive, okay. Belmonts can only fight Dracula every 100 years when he rises up, but others try to resurrect him earlier, so someone else has to step in to stop. Okay, that makes sense. So does that mean that, okay, well, I guess Richter did fight Dracula, but, like, I guess Alucard in Symphony of the Night, right? Having to fight Dracula, even though Richter did defeat him already, because... Well, I guess, no, No, yeah, because Shaft does resurrect him at the end of the game. That's right. And then, like, Bloodlines would be another case of that. This game as well. This might get kind of annoying. Do I have, like... I mean, Charlotte has a higher luck stat. So I guess that's something. I don't know exactly what I'm looking for here, but I guess it's that 3-star drop, which is pretty annoying. Oh shit. Sick. Literally a beehive fell from the beehive. What? We take those though. Now I need to find the corpse enemies, and I think they are like over here though. If I'm thinking of the correct enemies. They regret sticking to that hard set rule and trying to find ways out of explaining why it's not always a Belmont. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, they could also do more games where it's like you don't... I feel like you don't always have to fight Dracula as the final boss. Like, it is kind of a hallmark of the series, but I'm like, well, isn't there opportunity to, like, explore a little bit beyond that, maybe? Maybe I should have gone back and just warped. Didn't jump in time. I think they show up in this area. Yeah. I'll switch to Charlotte with the slightly higher luck stats. Do I just farm these guys, maybe? Like these two? These crows not? These crows need to chill out, damn. There are games where Dracula does not fight as the final boss. Yeah, Ari and Dawn, yeah, that makes sense. That adds up. Well, potential for the Belmonts, too. Yeah, for sure. Harmony of Dissonance, yeah. That's a good point. I've never finished Harmony of Dissonance, but that makes sense. Alright, so we have Konami's plan then, or what Konami should do. Julius game, Castlevania 1999, that'll be the reboot. And then we experiment a little bit more, explore the Belmonts a little bit more thoroughly, explore like other opposition instead of just Dracula over and over and over again, maybe. Try to give the series a little more longevity, you know? Because yeah, being stuck in that formula is not exactly ideal from a creative standpoint, right? Thing is, this weapon doesn't have a great reach. Nice! It's lit. And we're also close to a warp room, so we'd take that back. Na, 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 na. Warp back, turn in this quest, or these two quests.
You're back.
Oh, nice. We also got the 1500. Sick.
Well done. Excellent.
Maximum HP. You can't fight on an empty stomach. Go find a New York steak.
Is your training?
Those are the Gorgon monster and the Burnt Paradise. Burnt Paradise is definitely a later one, right? Yeah, that's like the other variant of Nation of Fools. Also, maybe it is just mirrored again. Yeah, but you start at the top here, right? I think so. You work your way down. Or it's like, maybe they flipped it. Had me at Julius 1999. Yeah, I think that'd be just a sick way to reboot the series. Haven't there been reports of a Castlevania game in development? Like a new one? I don't know if that's been confirmed or anything, but... So that's later. What's the hands on the clock? Let me just... The hands on the clock go, tick and talk. Play either at 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. I can change my... Alright, the chat might go offline for like a second as I do this. I'm going to turn off set time automatically, and I'm going to change the time to 12. Okay, that automatically, wow, okay. And now I go back, set time automatically. Okay, we should be okay. Easy peasy. Yeah, the 5-card thing, and this is later, and then this is... I don't want to deal with this right now. I got one of them, at least. This is kind of a clever way to get you to use the Sanctuary spell and see how it works. And of course I'll do it this time around. Oh, the charge time is so long, though. It was me. It was only me who did it. She's kind of right, though. She didn't have to say it, though. How about you lower your prices? Not everything is about money, so then drop your prices then.
I'll make you a deal. Thank you. I'll make you a deal.
Sure, we'll restock on these, fine. Yeah, Charlotte, please.
You're back.
Yeah, so that seems like a solid stopping point. I guess there's not really a save point near where I need to warp to, so I'll just save here for the millionth time and then we'll call it. And then next time we'll do purification and like try to... I think there will be enough for 2 more streams probably. Like next time, press on, do a little bit more of the main quest, and then do like more of these side quest things. Max out some of the maps once I get the owl spell, basically. And then the finale with like, you know, finishing up the maps and fighting Dracula, basically. That should be good. This has been fun. It's been fun. I don't know. The game's only like probably like halfway through or something, maybe a little bit more. This probably will end up being my favorite of the three, but I don't know if it's like as clear as it once was. But I still really am having fun with this, and the flexibility and stuff is cool. I just haven't been making the most of experimenting with my equipment setup and all that. But regardless, hope you guys have a good weekend. I'll be back on Monday with some more. Probably not the finale, as I was saying. I'll plan for it not to be, so there's no like pressure there. And plus, like, let me just real quick glance at 82 point. Okay, yeah, so we're like, oh, we can wait. You can place markers. I forgot about that. I forgot that they actually have markers that you can place, I believe. Thanks, Demos. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody for watching, sticking around. Okay, most of these maps are complete, but we're gonna get dumped like, what is it, 3 more? 3 or 4? I think it might be 4 more. There's like 4 more of these, like smaller maps. They don't take terribly long, but like that's probably a whole stream and then like side stuff factored in.